News with Bill Beutel and John Johnson. Corey McFerrin has sports. Storm Field with weather. And the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
The market was down, but someone was up. Remember the Lucky 21, the Mount Vernon factory workers who shared a $13 million lotto prize in 1985? Now there's another story of a lot of lotto winners, and it's on Long Island. That's where Tim Fleischer reports.
Celebrate today, for tomorrow you will be rich, or at least richer. For having won $4 million in the New York State Lottery, no less than 30 of the patrons and employees here at TJ Pools, a Mineola restaurant, will share the winnings and become the largest group to ever split a jackpot.
It's like found money every year, your great vacation or whatever you want to do.
When you split it up 30 ways, it's not like any of us are quitting our jobs or anything, but it's just the fact of winning something that the odds are so strong against you. It's a great feeling.
Robert Banks is the owner of TJ Pools. He and Nicholas Weiss got the lottery idea together, adding more and more people, each contributing $10 a week. A total of 300 tickets were played Wednesday and Saturday, and to pick the numbers, they used a computer.
It was just one of them wacky ideas.
Does it pick at random? Or?
Yes, it does. It picks at random from 1 to 54.
In splitting the winnings, the group now calling itself TJ Sugar Bowl will receive one check of $152,000 after taxes. Divided again 30 ways, each will receive $5,000 a year for the next 20 years. And any regrets?
No, we wish it was $20 million.
I'm going to have a party. A big party.
It all starts now as they begin enjoying their new celebrity status. And while the 30 in TJ's Sugar Bowl cannot claim millionaire status, they can say that they all are winners with money to burn. Reporting from Mineola, Tim Fleischer, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
From WNBC TV in New York, this is Live at 5 with Jack Cafferty, Sue Simmons, and Al Roker with the weather.
It all started over a drink in a Long Island restaurant, and now 30 employees and customers of the restaurant are splitting a $4 million lottery win. The winners gathered at a state lottery office to celebrate the fact that each of them will get $5,000 a year for the next 20 years. Organizer Nick Weiss used his handheld computer to generate sheets of numbers, and everybody else kicked in the money.
Some of the people have some medical bills that they've got to pay. Some are going to use it for education. Some paying off car loans. I think really everyone just about has their own idea with it.
Each of the winners kicked in $10 a week for the last 5 weeks, and now the winners plan to party at TJ Pools restaurant in Mineola. That's the place where it all began.
From WNBC TV, this is News 4 New York with Chuck Scarborough and Pat Harper.
30 customers and employees of a Long Island restaurant are celebrating their shared winning of a $4 million lottery jackpot. The biggest group ever to share a winning ticket gathered for a party at the state lottery office. After taxes, each of them gets about $5,000 a year for 20 years. Their organizer picked the numbers with a handheld computer.
Everybody is totally happy with the amount of money that they've won, and it's a lot of money for a lot of people that really need it.
The group from TJ Pools restaurant in Long Island played 300 sets of numbers to win. Many of the winners think they have a winning system figured out, and they say they're going to see if they can do it again.
Now, Jim Jensen, Carol Martin, Dr. Frank Field, and the Channel 2 News team. This is Channel 2 News at 5. Everything you need to know, because anything can happen in New York.
Tonight, a lot of people have come up with a lot of luck in New York's lotto game. And in one Long Island restaurant today, they were slicing and dicing up the big prize. Channel 2's J.J. Gonzalez reports on the kitchen that's really cooking.
As usual, they were hoisting a few at TJ Pools in Mineola. The unusual thing is that most of the hoisters were the bartenders, cooks, and waitresses at TJ Pools. And even more unusual...
Aren't you going to work today?
No. Took off today.
Why?
Because I don't have to work today.
Nobody's minding this store.
That's the biggest problem of today, getting somebody to work.
The reason for all of this was revealed earlier at the Nassau County Lotto office when it was announced that the group had won last week's $4 million lotto.
I'm happy. Why? Because we won $4 million.
You only got $5,000 a year.
So what? It's great.
There were 30 winners. Count them, 30. The largest group ever to hit the lotto. They call themselves the TJ Sugar Bowl Gang.
30 people putting in $10 a week.
But the Sugar Bowlers had only been playing for 5 weeks, had bet only $1,500 before making the big hit. But we've discovered they may have had all of the bases covered. If you notice, this man behind the lotto counter looks a little like Nick Weiss, the leader of the TJ Sugar Bowl Gang. Is it true that you are the brother of one of the winners?
It is true.
And it was your computer that was used?
Yes, my one and only brother did it.
Were they covering all their bases?
They touched all bases on this one.
Tell me you're on your way to Las Vegas.
On my way. Got a 9 o'clock flight.
You were married in here?
Yes, sir.
And you won the lottery in here?
Yes, sir. I was married.
What else are you going to do in here?
I've done a lot of things in here.
Some of the customers were also part of the Sugar Bowl Gang, but alas, they weren't as lucky as the workers. You mean you have to go back to work?
Yeah, I have to go back to work.
You got $5,000 in your pocket.
It doesn't matter. I have a career.
Now all they have to do is win 29 more lottos to have their cups running over. In Nassau County, J.J. Gonzalez, Channel 2 News.
Jim Jensen, Carol Martin, Wonder Wolf, Dr. Frank Field, and the Channel 2 News team. This is Channel 2 News at 6. Everything you need to know, because anything can happen in New York.
A taste of the sweet life has come for a Long Island group which calls itself the TJ Sugar Bowl Gang. They're the latest jackpot winners in the New York Lotto, and what a story they have. 30 people who frequent a Nassau restaurant called TJ Pools raised their glasses and their incomes as well today. They've been pooling their money to play Lotto, and last Saturday their numbers were drawn and the numbers came up, numbers that add up to $4 million. The group claimed their prize at a Nassau County Lotto office today.
What are you going to do with the money? I haven't really fully decided yet either. You know, we've been kind of running around the last few days and whatnot, and I'd certainly like to invest some of it, take a small trip, maybe someplace. I don't know if I could afford Las Vegas, but I could definitely go to Jersey anyway. Bring the computer.
Yes, it's always there. Well, the breakout is the taste of the 30 winners. Each get $5,000 each year for that's after taxes for 20 years. It's the largest group ever to win a New York Lotto prize.
Escaping the Ghetto, tomorrow on The Oprah Winfrey Show.
You're watching Channel 7 Eyewitness News with Ernie Anastas and Katie Tong, Corey McFerrin with sports, Storm Field with weather, and the Eyewitness News team. Now, Eyewitness News.
Back to Storm. Finally tonight, 30 of the happiest people in Long Island, their employees and customers of TJ Pools Restaurant in Mineola. 5 weeks ago, they started pooling their money and buying lottery tickets, and you guessed it, now they hit a New York Lotto jackpot worth $4 million. Each member of the pool will receive an annual payment for the next 20 years of $5,079. Not as bad as being the, not as good, I should say, as being the sole winner, but it beats losing, doesn't it?
It does indeed.
Now, Michelle Marsh, Mike Schneider, Wonder Wolf, Dr. Frank Field, and the Channel 2 News team. This is Channel 2 News at 11. Everything you need to know, because anything can happen in New York.
And tonight, the cup runneth over for some Long Islanders who call themselves TJ's Sugar Bowl Gang. They are New York's latest lotto winners. 30 people who work and play at TJ Pools Restaurant in Mineola raised their glasses today to celebrate a $4 million jackpot. The 30 had pooled $10 each to play lotto, and last Saturday their numbers hit. Now the pool is swimming in money.
I'm happy. Why? Because we won $4 million.
You only got $5,000 a year.
So what? It's great.
Tell me you're on your way to Las Vegas.
On my way. Got a 9 o'clock flight.
Each member of the Sugar Bowl gang gets $5,000 a year after taxes. It is the largest group ever to win Lotto.
Seems like the happiest, too.
Long Island residents spent today celebrating, and for a very good reason. The group of bartenders, waitresses, kitchen helpers, and customers just hit the jackpot in the lottery. News 55's Matt Cesney reports.
For most of today, the sounds of popping champagne corks were heard inside TJ Pools in Mineola as a group of 30 employees and loyal customers at the restaurant bar became the toast of Long Island. United each under their $10 a week bet, the group hit on Saturday's $4 million lotto jackpot. It was an idea the 30 have only been doing for 5 weeks, playing 300 games for each drawing.
It's a great feeling, more than the money is going to add up to be once they divide it up into 30 ways. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's found, and it's we beat the system is what it feels like. You know? It's nice to know you can do it.
The 30 are now the largest group in New York State ever to win the lottery. Split up 30 ways, each will receive about $125,000 in $5,000 annual installments.
Right now I'm still numb, and so I don't really believe it, but I guess it's a reality. I plan to take a nice vacation, and I plan to invest a little bit.
I never thought I'd even come close, and it was a great feeling. I'm still not over it. It's going to be a nice touch, $5,000 a year, put it in an IRA account or blow it in a bar.
We had won a little bit at a time, like $4 each here and there, but I never thought we'd win this one.
Even with their new winnings, this group known as TJ Sugar Bowl intends to see just how much luck they have left. The group fully intends to keep on playing their 300 sets of numbers twice a week. In Mineola, Matt Cesney, News 55.
One happy group of people.
Yeah, they beat the system like this.
Sure did.
100
restaurant. 30 employees and patrons of the pub will be sharing $4 million. News 12's Carolyn Gussoff has a story of Lotto's biggest group of jackpot winners.
They say money can't buy happiness, but you wouldn't know it at TJ Pools in Mineola. The neighborhood bar and grill, a likely model for the TV show Cheers, is bubbling with joy. It's got something Cheers never had, the Lotto jackpot.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's found, and it's we beat the system.
Robert Banks owns TJ Pools. 5 weeks ago, he and 29 bartenders, cooks, waitresses, and patrons formed a pool. $10 each for 300 Lotto games a week. Saturday, they picked the 6 winning numbers and walked away with $4 million. But no one knew it till the group organizer checked the list a day later.
I was totally amazed at, number one, that we won, and fascinated by the fact that out of 30 people, you think that one person would have looked at the list.
It was sometime between rounds at their favorite watering hole that Nick Wise and his friends decided to play the game. The system wasn't particularly elaborate. A handheld computer picked them at random. The same numbers every week. 30 players are now 30 winners.
And I'm very proud of the fact that not one out of the 30 people has once even hinted that they wished it was either more money or less people.
$4 million divided by 30 does not a millionaire make, but it certainly is more than lunch money. After taxes, each winner will see a little over $5,000 a year for the next 20 years.
In the next 20 years, it pays for my children's education. 20 years, by the time I retire, I'll be a nice little nest egg.
Pay off my visa bill.
Gonna make $1 million out of it. Probably finish school and maybe buy a new car or something. A decent vacation every year.
Don't expect the $4 million to change anything here at the restaurant. You may see some bigger tips and a few more drinks on the house, but they're still planning on playing the lottery, trying to make the most of this lucky 13th anniversary year here at TJ Pools. In Mineola, Carolyn Gussoff, News 12, Long Island.
Like the guy who's going to pay off his visa bill. It's a good way to spend the money. That's it for this hour. I'm Colleen McVeigh.
And I'm Bill Zimmerman. Remember, at 6 a.m. News 12 will have complete traffic and weather information.
of jackpot winners ever.
They say money can't buy happiness, but you wouldn't know it at TJ Pools in Mineola. The neighborhood bar and grill, a likely model for the TV show Cheers, is bubbling with joy. It's got something Cheers never had, the Lotto jackpot.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's found, and it's, we beat the system.
Robert Banks owns TJ Pools. 5 weeks ago, he and 29 bartenders, cooks, waitresses, and patrons formed a pool. $10 each for 300 Lotto games a week. Saturday, they picked the 6 winning numbers and walked away with $4 million. But no one knew it till the group organizer checked the list a day later.
I was totally amazed at number one that we won, and fascinated by the fact that out of 30 people, you think that one person would have looked at the list.
It was sometime between rounds at their favorite watering hole that Nick Wise and his friends decided to play the game. The system wasn't particularly elaborate. A handheld computer picked them at random, the same numbers every week. 30 players are now 30 winners.
And I'm very proud of the fact that not one out of the 30 people has once even hinted that they wished it was either more money or less people.
$4 million divided by 30 does not a millionaire make, but it certainly is more than lunch money. After taxes, each winner will see a little over $5,000 a year for the next 20 years.
In the next 20 years, it pays for my children's education. 20 years, by the time I retire, I'll be a nice little nest egg.
Pay off my visa bill. Gonna make $1 million out of it.
Probably finish school and maybe buy a new car or something. A decent vacation every year.
Don't expect the $4 million to change anything here at the restaurant. You may see some bigger tips and a few more drinks on the house, but they're still planning on playing the lottery, trying to make the most of this lucky 13th anniversary year here at TJ Pools. In Mineola, Carolyn Gussoff, News 12, Long Island.
My friend Sheila Conroy was one of the winners there. Now maybe she'll buy me a beer.
Maybe she will. Okay. And still ahead, News 12's Bill